we come here knowing that if Sunderland play to their strengths, that they will hurt Blackburn, and we know that we will create opportunities. And if it's not happening, then you look at the bench, and then you're thinking, wow, you know, we've got one or two players who can come on and change the games, which happened on Saturday against Queen's Park Rangers. You know, we had players who, yeah, playing against 10 men. People said, oh, you should go and win, but it's harder to play against 10 men. He's still got to beat what's in front of him, which we did do comfortably. But, you know, what he's been able to call upon, and, you know, this was a big, shall we say, debate or argument or whatever way you want to look at it, was the lad Alex Pritchard. Now, you know, unfortunately he was told, or whatever it was, that he would not be starting for Sunderland. But he's earned his right. He come on Saturday. He's shown Tony Mowbray and everybody else what he can do. But what he's got to continue doing, he's got to do that week in, week out. And yeah, you know, you look at the rest of the young players in the team, which could help him out, because you're not expecting the likes of Alex Pritchard to be dominating the game or running the game for 80, 90 minutes. He's not going to do that. You know, we know that he'll give 70 minutes full of energy, and then you most probably have to bring him off. But he's got that experience, he's got that guile, he's got that sort of creativity which you need for him to go and win games.
We'll hear more about that from Tony Mowbray in just a moment. Before we hear from Tony Mowbray, I want to mention the Sunderland Soup Kitchen. Unfortunately, their Facebook page has collapsed for whatever reason, beyond their control. Bit of a nightmare scenario for Andrea and the Soup Kitchen. And just want to get it out there, there is a collection, a food bank collection, on Sunday before the game against Cardiff, during the game against Cardiff, opposite the Love Supreme offices. You know where they are, the Roker End Cafe, Love Supreme on the corner opposite the Bob Stokoe statue. So if you can donate anything, tin food specifically, I think that's what they really look for, to the food bank on Sunday before the game against Cardiff. Remember, it's the 3 o'clock kickoff. That would be absolutely fantastic. So that's for the Sunderland Soup Kitchen, in aid of that. And if you can just pass the message around to people, please do what you can to help them out. Right, we're 5 minutes away from kick-off, just over. Let's hear from the Sunderland head coach, Tony Mowbray. I caught up with him yesterday.
Heel bästa frågor i Noxvik svararna sen den ene bästa sinne with mast mess there was nyal det hela ska min in rock spots nej slå off and sen den owe on the shoes this was take you heel for new week was you
we're hoping to hear from Tony Mowbray, but he's gone a bit AWOL. I'm not sure if you can make more sense, Tony, of Tony than I can there.
Good evening, Sophie. What's the score?
They're trying to work their magic in the studio to find out what's gone wrong there.
I'd be happy with a draw and a win.
I did ask, though, Tony Mowbray, why or if the situation has changed with Alex Pritchard, because in January, Tony said that Alex wouldn't be starting games for him, and now that the window's closed, I wonder if that situation has changed. I won't give away the answer yet, because we might actually restore Tony to some semblance of normality, if we can, but we'll see. These are the sort of things that are sent to try you on a match night. Just watching the youngsters down here with the flags lining the edge of the pitch, waving those before the teams emerge. The referee tonight is John Busby, who was in charge of one game with Sunderland last season. That was the game at the Hawthorns towards the end of the season, when Sunderland won 2-1, of course. He showed 6 yellow cards in that particular match. Sunderland fans away to our right-hand side on the lower part of the Darwen end, and they far outnumber the Blackburn fans away to the left at the Blackburn end. I mean, I think there's twice as many Sunderland fans away to our right than there are to our left, Blackburn fans.
It's incredible, isn't it? Incredible support again.
Right, I'm told that we've sorted Tony. Well done to those back in the studio. Let's hear then from the Sunderland head coach, Tony Mowbray.
Tony, in January, when there was the uncertainty about who was going to be here, who wasn't going to be here, you said about Alex Pritchard, you weren't going to start him. But have you reappraised that now that you know he is here, staying?
I think it's right to say, you know, the club are appraising this all the time, really, and I say that not lightly. I do have discussions about all the players and how the team's looking, and yet I do pick the team. I haven't got anybody above me picking the team. It's my selections, but and the discussions are sometimes around, you know, game time for young players, really, and giving them opportunity to play, and that's fine. I've got no problem. That was part of the remit when I agreed to come and sign up for the job, so I've got no issues with that. I think regarding Alex, I just don't think there's a willingness to want to see loads of 30-year-olds in the team. Really, they want to see young footballers progressing, developing, growing, helping the team, and my discussions would be around, well, particularly while Dak's injured at the moment, Pritchard is very much a pretty critical, crucial cog in the wheel, I think, and I have to say every time he's come on the pitch so far over the last month or so, he has been very, very good. And he's taken on board some of the discussions we've had, and that he has to, I think, you know, first and foremost, every footballer does play for themselves and their families, and just show everybody, showcase your talent, and he's done that very, very well. So yeah, here we are at the moment. Again, we could have scored maybe 4. I don't want to be disrespectful. We could have scored another 2, 3, 4 goals at the weekend, and Pritchard was basically the assister for all of them. Real clear-cut chances. Nobody is questioning his talent and how good a footballer he is, and so he will be involved very much over the coming weeks, and but there might also be times where if Dak gets fit and I want to put Dak back in the team.
Yeah, I'll be with you with it soon, guys. Just doing my daughter's tea. The teams are coming out now, but hopefully you can hear the commentary loud and clear.
Not player number 10, so yeah, he's part of the group, part of the squad. He's really embraced that. He's enjoying his football, and I think that's reflected in his performances when he's on the grass.
I mean, you spoke in January and before about having a blend and having experience in the team. Do you think you've got a much more, with the window that you've had, a much more rounded squad now in terms of your ability, to tactically be able to change things, gives you more breadth. But another aspect, and you've talked about Job and Burstow, is you've got height in the team now, which is something that it lacked last season.
Yeah, it definitely lacked physicality towards the end of the season, you know, and we suffered against Luton in the second leg without the physicality required, in my opinion. But I think, you know, at 6'3", even though I said he was still a little bit hollow and needs to fill out, Job is still a physical specimen, and you'd have to say the same for young Burstow, really. He's still a boy, but he is powerful, and he's probably 6'2", 6'3".
Total Sport North East.
Nick Barnes and Gary Bennett, MBE.
BBC Radio Newcastle.
Tony Mowbray at normal speed, normal diction, normal pace. Anyway, the teams are out here, and pray for Benno, pray for me, because not only can we not read the names, we can't read the numbers on the Sunderland shirts. I'm not quite sure whose wisdom it was to put white numbers on the back of yellow shirts, because they're impossible to read. From the height at which we are at, and I would actually venture that they're probably impossible to read if you're sat on the pitch side as well. Surely blue numbers on the back would have been the sensible suggestion. 2 Sunderland players, incidentally, take the knee, Job and Burstow. Blackburn Rovers are going to get the game underway. They're attacking the Darwin end, away to our right, the Sunderland end of the ground. Ewood Park, the ball played back here to Callum Britton, into Hayden Carter, and across to Dominic Hyam. In fairness, the blue and white halves of Blackburn Rovers mean the red numbers on their backs aren't the greatest to read.
No, they're not.
But there you go. As the ball threaded through, a chase through the middle for Carter, who I think, in fact, was it Carter? It was Travis. But the ball swept past him, cleared by Sunderland. They're breaking again here, Blackburn Rovers. Travis again trying to get the ball past Ballard, who blocks him, but Blackburn win it back again in the middle. And down went Britton, and it's played out wide on this right-hand side to Ryan Hedges, halfway inside the Sunderland half. Hedges, the Welsh international, plays it back onto the halfway line, and it's flicked out here to Callum Britton, the right back, and back to Hayden Carter. Goalkeeper Ainsley Pears is all in black with orange gloves. He's away to our left, and it's just passed out then to Dominic Hyam, who won his first cap for Scotland in June against Norway, the former Coventry City centre half. It slipped into the centre circle. They're trying to get it through to Harry Leonard, who's in up front for the injured Sam Gallagher this afternoon. It was the young Republic of Ireland player Andrew Moran, who's on loan from Brighton, who tried to play the ball through. Wharton's calling for it, the 19-year-old in the centre circle with a shock of blonde hair. Played on over the halfway line again to Travis, out wide to Hedges. Chasing back is Huggins, trying to make a block. Played back though. Travis inside. Hedges again at the edge of the penalty area.
Playing in our brand new third away strip. I love that strip. Like, definitely going to get it. Favourite colour.
As Wharton plays it through now to the edge of the penalty area. Picked up on that far side, and then swung back out to Travis, who passes the ball into the side netting. It was a weak finish from Lewis Travis.
And you've got to say,
Blackburn captain.
It's been a bright start by Blackburn. You know, they move the ball well, they've got good movement.
Schmodix is up front with Harry Leonard. It looks like the two up front,
high, aren't they?
Yeah, they have pressed high.
Blackburn have pressed really high.
You've got those two, and you've got Travis and Wharton just behind them. Schmodix, dyed blonde hair, tries to close Patterson down. He's in bright orange
I need to sort of catch
to match
up.
the bright
I'm going for Blackburn 2-0.
yellow of the Sunderland kit with just blue sleeves. White numbers. There's the ball over on the far side, out for a throw to Blackburn Rovers. It's 0-0 in the opening stages of the game. We're in the 4th minute. Here's Hedges on the right for Blackburn Rovers in their blue and white halves, white shorts, and it's threaded through here. Flag comes up straight away. That as soon as contact was made, Leonard on the end of it, and he put the ball well wide anyway. So goal kick to Sunderland, who could move into the top 6 tonight. Quite a few games actually this evening as well. So a little bit topsy-turvy in the middle of the week in terms of working out where everybody sits. Here's Hedges trying to knock the ball on, nod it on to Travis. It rolls out, rolls down the bank into the advertising board. Thrown quickly by Travis back to Britton, back again to Hayden Carter, former Manchester City youth player, but he's been here at Blackburn since 2014. Out to Adam Wharton. His brother Scott is on the bench. The older brother, Scott, 6 years older actually, in fact, than the Blackburn-born brothers. Out it comes here to the younger Adam Wharton. Played it on to Travis now. A lovely ball threaded through for Hedges, but Ballard managed to get across and sweep it back to Patterson. And it's played out to Hume. And tries to get it down the right wing to Barr. And O'Nien has to sprint back here into the penalty. I'm not quite sure why he was up where he was for that Blackburn attack, but they put it over the bar, Blackburn. But O'Nien was
because the swap
way out on the wing, wasn't he?
Because Trey Hume had come
dropped into the middle.
Yeah, he was playing as sort of as a centre back, Trey Hume, which allowed O'Nien to push on as a full back.
And he suddenly had to sprint back. Goal kick taken by Patterson short.
Did you say you were live on
Patterson?
Thingy's channel the night, did you?
To
What
Job.
day was that?
And Job, Pritchard is in the centre. Job plays it out to the right to Hume. Back inside, it slipped past Job.
Oh, right.
Away
I
from
didn't even know you
Barr,
were going on.
Back to Hyam, across to Carter, and now forwards up to Schmoditz, but whipped off him by O'Nien. Back through O'Nien's legs to Pritchard. Pritchard in the D, trying to just flick it through for O'Nien, but it's cleared by Blackburn Rovers into touch on
Well
the
done,
left-hand
son.
side. Now,
That's it for you.
O'Nien, you'd almost argue, has been given a free role here, even though he's playing at centre-back, the way that he's putting himself about the pitch at the moment. Across to Barr on the right-hand side, cutting back inside, taps it back behind him to Hume, and now to O'Nien on the halfway line. Down the right wing to Job, and back to Hume, back to O'Nien, and O'Nien wide on the right, pushes on to Job on the halfway line, back it comes to O'Nien, inside to Hume, who's to Neil in the middle, then to Ballard, up to Pritchard on the halfway line, left of the centre circle, and back to Ballard, and now in the centre circle to Patterson. Wide on the right, on the touchline, O'Nien. He does a little flick to keep it away from Schmoditz, who thought the ball had gone out, but it hasn't, and he then trips O'Nien just inside the Sunderland half, and a free kick to Sunderland in the 7th minute. Yes. Blackburn Rovers 0, Sunderland 0. Sonny Schmoditz.
Yeah, he's not afraid to put his foot in.
No. He's been told off at the moment by John Busby, the referee. A word in Schmoditz's ear, not the biggest in the world, 5'6", but he's got a bit of pace.
Just welcome to everybody on the chat.
Ballard, closed down by Leonard.
Anybody who's new, just click the subscribe button and hit the like, thumbs up if you like it.
Clark's first touch of the ball in the game. But, on his shoulder was Callum Britton, who just pokes the ball out for a throw to Sunderland. Ballard back to Patterson, closed down by Harry Leonard, and a big kick upfield will go back up to Ainsley Pears, the former Middlesbrough goalkeeper who had a season-long loan at Gateshead back in 2018-2019, the Durham-born keeper. Signed from Middlesbrough 3 years ago.
He started up at Middlesbrough.
Was he?
Yes, I've coached him. His dad, you know his dad.
Who haven't you coached?
You know who his dad is?
Mr. Pears.
Stephen Pears.
Stephen Pears, I didn't know that. A cross here for the young Harry Leonard on the left edge of the 6-yard box. Hedges cross. He tried to volley it over on the far side, but he's put it behind. Again, Blackburn pressing quite hard in these early stages. I'm trying to think, going back to Middlesbrough players, there aren't many you haven't coached.
Well, I've been about.
Fathers and sons.
Well, that's it.
To your credit, that is. Here's goal kick then from Patterson. Up through the middle, looking for Clark, headed away by Britton. Drops in the centre for Wharton. He turns and gets it forwards to Moran. A run by Schmoditz on the shoulder of O'Nien. Schmoditz into the penalty area. O'Nien trying to stay with him. Schmoditz on his right foot, saved but parried by Patterson. And then put over the bar. Ballard got a touch to it.
What a touch that is by Ballard.
Moran should have scored. He had an open goal. He was going to smash it in the roof of the net, but Ballard got a touch. And it's a corner.
Don't know
instead.
How that wasn't a goal.
How that didn't go in.
Because
when was the last time Sunderland won at Ewood Park? I don't think they've got a very good record at Ewood Park, have we?
But again, great defending. You know, Sunderland have got to wake up because Blackburn have started really, really brightly.
The corner taken short. Schmoditz back to Travis in the centre circle. I was given
Colin B, how do Alan Cabby? How are the lads?
Watford
1, West Brom 0. Was that right?
Correct.
Yeah, that was it. 0-0 here, and what a touch from Dan Ballard. His reaction in front of the Sunderland fans was brilliant as well. He's just girded his loins, as they say, and punched the air. You know what I mean. Here's Travis for Blackburn, trying to thread it through again. Ballard blocks it. He's appealed for something. Ballard, the whistle's gone. Handball, was it, off Travis?
Tell you what, they passed the ball really, really well.
Quick, isn't
Blackburn, quick, sharp.
Andrew Moran, 19 years old, will still be pinching himself as to why he didn't score. He's on loan from Brighton. He's got 2 goals this season. They're both for Brighton's under-21s before he moved here against Walsall in the trophy. As the ball floats up towards Burstow, comes back out down the right from Blackburn though, and a push in the back of Britton by Clark, and it's a free kick to Blackburn. Sorry, Benno.
We've got too many players not getting involved in the game. I know they're finding it difficult, aren't they?
Yeah, and another ball over the top here for Travis to chase down the right wing, down towards the corner for Blackburn Rovers. Huggins coming back, the ball pulled back here. Leonard just in front of it. Smodics headed over the bar by Ballard. Smodics thought it was heading for the top corner. Ballard's headed it over.
Nick.
And it's a charmed life at the moment for Sunderland's goal.
There should be 2 up. We are way off the pace at the present moment. We're treading water. I've talked about, I mentioned a couple of players not getting involved. Bellingham, Neil, Huggins, Clark hasn't had a touch.
We're sore asleep.
Barr. Too many players are not getting involved in the game.
Ballard has made 2 goal-saving clearances. The ball swept in from the corner on the right-hand side here, headed down by Ballard. It's dropped for Hayden Carter, who's dragged his shot wide of the right post.
This is where you need the experienced
Huggins
players
again beaten at the back, for goodness sake.
Let's get a grip of this game. We're second best. We're second best at the present moment. We've got to get closer. We've got to stop them from playing. Can't get near him.
13th minute.
And credit to them. They're doing it well, aren't they, Blackburn? They're moving the ball well.
They are moving it very, very well.
Playing at a high tempo.
Yeah, they're at home.
Clears,
they're at home. They're going to have the tails up. I think you're going to expect this. It'll settle down in the next 10 or 15 minutes or so, and I think the more it stays 0-0, the more confident I think Sunderland will get, and I think the more frustrated Blackburn could get. Because let's face it, they should be 2-0.
Plays it up. Good ball to Hedges, who nods it on now, but far too easily. But in fact, just a little bit too far ahead of Leonard. But that's 2 passes and they were nearly through.
Yeah.
It's back with Patterson's right foot on the ball at the moment. Mark Venus has come out to the edge of the
plenty of vinegar and red sauce, please.
We've only got the long ball there for Burstow.
I think Sunderland dazzled by their own kit.
We're panicking, aren't we?
Trying to spread the play out to the left wing to Clark. He's got Britton on his shoulder. Clark trying to cut inside. Smodics tackles him on the halfway line on the right-hand side here. And so Sunderland suddenly flooding back because Travis is flooding forward.
Fish finger sandwich
for
me,
out to Hedges on this right wing. He threads it through to Travis, back to Hedges at the corner of the penalty area. Trying to tee up a ball back to Hedges as it was played through by Moran, but just a little bit too harsh. Too much on it for Hedges.
We're chasing shadows.
It's another goal kick.
We are chasing shadows here. They've got to do something in the middle of the park. We've got to get a grip.
Barr is isolated over on the wing there. He's standing like a stranger in the game.
Yeah, we've got to be a little bit more compact. They're playing through us too easily, Nick.
They've effectively taken 2, if not 3 players out.
Yeah.
Blackburn, by the way that they're playing at the moment. Patterson with the kick, it swings wide to the left over Clark and Britton's head for a throw to John Dahl Thomason's team in his 2nd season in charge, but then a mistake by Adam Wharton, who puts the ball out. It's a throw for Sunderland. Huggins will come forwards to take this. And it's halfway inside the Blackburn Rovers half. They've been up to the edge of Blackburn's penalty area once, to the edge of the D, in the opening 15 minutes. And the ball is back with Patterson. Patterson's outside his penalty area. He's in midfield.
Fish finger sandwich, nice. We need to just keep the ball.
Again, looking for Burstow, but it's nodded down by Hyam to Pickering, who plays it on to O'Nien, heads it back away down the right wing, out for a throw to Blackburn Rovers again. Just 15 yards up from their corner on the left-hand side. They're away at Ipswich at the weekend. Blackburn will be a test for them, and they're home to Cardiff next week in the League Cup. Cardiff, of course, Sunderland's opponents on Sunday at the Stadium of Light, 3 o'clock. A reminder, there will be a collection for the Sunderland Soup Kitchen, the food bank opposite A Love Supreme, on Sunday, so please donate if you possibly
can. Do it plenty at home at the Stadium of Light. We start off on the front foot,
1-1
and
Watford,
it's all Sunday, and then the game settles. It's just this is what the home advantage of the crowd, isn't it?
Schmodix is just in front of him. He knows that behind him is Neil. He's squared it to, well, Hume, his pass forward is blocked by Moran. It's had to come back from Hume to Patterson, who passes this out, looking for Pritchard on the left here in front of Tony Mowbray. He's skipped away from Hedges, looking for the run of Burstow, but Hayden Carter just goes around the back of him and comes away with the ball and passes it back to Hyam, and Dominic Hyam is playing that to Pears in the Blackburn Rovers penalty area.
This is my favourite strip. I like it miles better.
To Hyam bringing this out. O'Nien's a long way up here, and he's having to chase back on the shoulder of Hyam. He's gone all the way down that left wing. It's played back to Pickering from the far side, inside to Moran, and then Moran just tapping it back.
Yeah, welcome
to
the Macklin Cabby channel.
Line on the right of the
not much chat,
centre circle. We're in the 17th minute. Live on BBC Radio Newcastle is Britton, back to Hyam, and across to Carter on the right. Wide.
And I'll talk
to Hedges.
Obviously answering questions.
Hedges looking for Travis, looking to get it back to Hedges down the right of the penalty area. Swings the ball into the far post. Just managed to be scrambled away by the outstretched palms of Patterson. Drops for Hume to clear. It comes back up to Schmodix though, and now Hedges trying to get it through to Schmodix, but knocked away on this left-hand side by Huggins to Clark. Clark bringing it up to halfway. He's tried to thread it through to Pritchard, whipped off his feet. He's fouled though, as he was tackled, clipped on the ankle, and it's a free kick just forward left of the centre circle inside the
congratulations to my son Caden, who's been upgraded to a green belt in karate tonight.
The referee tonight.
Very good indeed.
Pritchard getting to his feet, and the fluorescent yellow of Sunderland.
On the green belt.
Green belt. Circle. Well across done, to Hume on the right, back to Luke O'Nien. O'Nien to Ballard. Ballard back to O'Nien. And O'Nien wide right to Hume. High ball over the top, back to Pears. As Job it was who gave chase this time. Job and Burstow, they look the spit of each other, don't they?
They do.
Here's Carter again. Plays it out to Britton on the right-hand side, forwards to in midfield. The run being made by Hedges again down this right side. Ball played back to him. He's running at the edge of the penalty area, trying to get it on his left. He's trying to slip it through, but it's cut out by Hume before it reached Moran. And now won and played by Job to Pritchard. Pritchard down the left wing with Clark. This is more promising from Sunderland. Clark to the corner of the penalty area.
The
on
shorts
to his right if he can.
are a fluorescent yellow. The top's a fluorescent yellow with like navy shoulders.
And he lays it off to Hume.
But they put white numbers on the back of the shirt, and you cannot see the numbers
quite harshly.
Money. That's the only thing that's dodgy.
Blackburn to clear. O'Nien's picked it up in midfield. Plays it back to Ballard, then to O'Nien.
So don't forget, hit that
to Huggins on this left-hand side.
Subscribe if you're new, and just click the thumbs up. It massively helps me channel.
Blackburn Rovers back into the centre to Walton, out again to the right to Britton, back to Hayden Carter just at the edge of the penalty area, and forwards then to Moran, the young loanee from Brighton. Watford 1, West Bromwich Albion 2. 0-0 here at Ewood Park. Is Britton on the right-hand side inside the Blackburn half, and back it goes to Pears. He passes that to Hyam. And Hyam just happy to stand on it for a moment, then swing it out to Britton on the right touchline. Inside again, he's given the ball away to O'Nien. O'Nien to Pritchard.
He's everywhere, O'Nien, isn't he?
I tell you what, it's like he's been told he can go where he likes, isn't he? Back it comes to Huggins. Back again to Ballard, unless he's taken it up on himself. And he's stayed out here wide left, O'Nien. Here he is now, just inside the Blackburn half. Leaves it for Clark. O'Nien stays up. Huggins back to Neil, and Ballard is to his right on the halfway line. O'Nien jogging back now into central defensive position, but only just inside the Sunderland half. Barr gets a rare touch and wins a throw. Takes it himself back to Ballard on the right.
Yes, Leighton, white numbers. I don't know who thinks of these things. I really don't.
O'Nien, 21st minute. We're almost halfway through the first half. Sunderland have to thank Ballard that they're still 0-0. Here's Clark, tries to pass it here, but it goes behind Burstow, and he has to chase back. Or is it? Yeah, it was Burstow. And out it comes for a throw to Sunderland. O'Nien takes it in front of Tony Mowbray. Back to Hume, who's on the left here now. And they're all over the place. O'Nien on the left as well, just into the Blackburn half, through to Burstow, who plays it back to Hume. He's playing left centre-back at the moment. Through the middle, Burstow, looking for the run of Jobe. It's a little bit too overhit, and Pears is able to kick it clear. And Huggins brings it down on the touchline on the left and plays it back to Patterson. Schmodix gives chase. Patterson passes it out to Neil, who plays it over to Ballard on the right-hand side. And Ballard on the touchline keeps it in. Closed down by Moran, who wins the ball off him. Then goes down. Free kick to Blackburn, fouled by Dan Ballard. There are times in this first 22 minutes you think Dan Ballard's taking this team on his own.
He's defending on his own, isn't he?
He is.
He's put his body on the line.
Free kick
57 on the channel watching.
Blackburn wide on the left, halfway inside.
Brilliant. Thank you for your support. Thank you.
Somehow it is still.
It is mostly all Blackburn at the minute, though.
Sunderland trying to hold a line 20 yards out. Hedges and Wharton in the middle. Schmodix on the corner on the left of the penalty area, and it's hung in the air for a moment. Brought down here looking for Schmodix by Travis, I think, or was it?
No shots yet, Colin, but it's the scoreline that matters, I think.
Into the penalty area, a crashing shot blocked from Travis. I think it's come back down to him, and it's hooked away by, guess who? Dan Ballard. Out to Barr on the far side. He's trying to get away, but he's being forced back by Pickering in the corner. Eventually Barr does turn it away, and it's headed away over Burstow back to Carter, who plays it out to the left. Hyam, and back again to Hayden Carter in the middle of the Blackburn half. He's got Pears behind him. He goes that way rather than right to Hedges, and Pears taps it to Dominic Hyam just out in midfield. Through the middle, Moran. He's played a lovely ball through to Wharton. He's running things, isn't he?
He is indeed.
And now he's found Wharton's picked out, or he's trying to pick out Schmodix. Across slides Patterson in the penalty area and gathers the ball.
Moran's a clever player.
19 years old.
Just comes in off the line.
Yeah. Here's O'Nien to Burstow. Back to Patterson. Played on to the right wing. Back inside to Ballard. Back again to Patterson. And Patterson with his foot on the ball. Pushes it out then with his left to Hume. Back to
It's always going to be a tough game. The longer it stays 0-0, the better. Absolutely. Well played,
he swings the ball out here to the left wing. Clark flicks it in with a volley.
So how many on the chat is actually watching it on Sky? Is anybody watching the game?
Pritchard in the centre circle looking for the run here of Burstow. Barr's screaming for it on the
thanks for the subscriber there. Thank you.
Passes it out in front of Mason Burstow, out to Britton on the right, who passes it back on the right of the penalty area.
If you are watching Sky, I want to say an extra thank you for still popping in this channel.
What a game at Watford. Watford 2, West Brom 2. Schmodix does well to hold off Ballard. Gives the ball away though to Dan Neil. Neil down the left of central midfield in the Blackburn half to Pritchard, who got clipped on the ankle by Carter. Free kick to Sunderland. It's a couple of times he's been caught, both by Carter. So I think there'll be that's 2 hits, the third and you're out. Yellow card, but
3 strikes.
3 strikes. 25th minute, Blackburn Rovers 0, Sunderland 0, live on BBC Radio Newcastle.
Good ball in here.
It's I wouldn't say it's
from Pritchard.
A big crowd here tonight. The Riverside stand on the far side is Looking very sparse. It is poor, isn't it? Only one half of the two-tiered Ronnie Clayton Blackburn end is open, and it's the lower half, and that's not exactly full. A lot of empty seats in this main stand as well. Here's Pritchard, swings in the free kick. Headed clear easily by Carter. O'Nien chases across to the far side, passes it down to Barr. Barr trying to come in down the right, is tackled. Assumed by Pickering. Arsenal 1, PSV Eindhoven 0 in the Champions League tonight. I believe that Job's brother Jude becomes the sixth Englishman to play in the Champions League for Real Madrid tonight. Flag up on Barr, free kick.
And he scored for Real Madrid.
Has he?
Well, they won today, 1-0.
Oh, they won. Was that the early kickoff? Was it?
Early kickoff.
He's doing well, isn't he?
He's doing all right, isn't he?
Doing okay, yeah. Yeah.
Just all right.
Here's Blackburn pushing out again on the left. Inside, looking for Leonard, tackled by O'Nien, full gusto, and is picked up by Hume, played out to Barr. Barr now dribbling, playing it back to Hume.
Bird tour, what do you mean, Leighton? Yeah, just commentary for me. Got lively going on with this. Absolutely
awful. Burst, and it's a penalty. And where Clark didn't get a penalty last season here at Ewood Park, he's got one this season.
And it happened to be near enough the same.
Pretty much the same
spot.
position, wasn't it?
Penalty all day long that.
Foul on.
He's had a swing at it,
Clark,
hasn't he?
yeah.
To be fair, Clark
was crossing, the ball nodded
was
back
quick
down.
to react. He's quick to react.
Was it Hedges who caught him? Not sure, but he was caught. And it's a penalty which Clark will take. It's his second penalty of the season. Scored the first, and at the Blackburn end, Jack Clark against Ainsley Pears. He stepped right back pretty much to the back of the penalty area. Will the bright yellow of Clark's kit dazzle Ainsley Pears? As Clark waits for the whistle's blown, Clark comes forwards and he drives it in.
Well done,
down the middle, leaving Pears no chance. Jack Clark gives Sunderland the lead pretty much against the run of play in the 28th minute. Such are the vagaries of football. Great finish, calm finish from Jack Clark, and Sunderland lead by a goal to nil.
Excellent. Well done, Jack Clark.
1-0, get in. Kirsty Portney, get in. Hello.
It shows you sometimes, doesn't it, those statistics about possession.
Got another subscriber, thank you.
That Southampton had against Sunderland and lost 5-0. I mean, it's Millwall 1, Rotherham 0. I think it was Millwall.
Yes.
Millwall 1, Rotherham 0. It's Blackburn Rovers 0. Sunderland 1 then in the 29th minute now. Sunderland having something to hold on to. And Blackburn will be wondering why they have not got at least 2 goals. And Sunderland have Dan Ballard to thank for that.
Yeah, it's going to be a test now that they're a goal down.
Yeah.
Cracking penalty, that, mind.
So here to our right, I think the allocation is around 4,000 tonight for Sunderland. As Schmodik's away down the left of the penalty area, but the ball put behind by Hume for a corner.
But again, Morani picks it up. He's bright, he's quick.
Short corner again. Schmodik's on the left, swings in the cross, headed away by Job. It comes down to Schmodik's. Back it comes in again. Oh, it's palmed down by Patterson. Oh. Another block, and this time by Job to get the ball away in the 6-yard box. That's twice Sunderland have been in the position where all Blackburn needed to do was stab it home. This time it was Job who managed to stab it away. And Sunderland hold on to that 1-0 lead. Oh. Ball comes back out here though to Carter. Tried to slip it past Job, and now it's played down the left-hand side. Out on that left side of midfield. Leonard to Wharton behind him, and it's won back by Neil, who's trying to get Clark away. Clark away down this left wing. And he crashes into Travis. It's going to be a yellow card for Travis. Foul on Clark.
Well done, Jack Clark. I tell you what, excellent defending again by Sunderland. But, you know, at times we're too open, aren't we? I don't know if it's because maybe Luke O'Nine's been given that free role, and sometimes he's at right back, he's at centre back, we've just got to keep our shape.
Yeah. So this free kick Pritchard will take. Comes back, flicks the ball up, catches it, wanders down towards the referee to place it for the free kick on this left-hand side. Sunderland leading 1-0. 31st minute here at Ewood Park on BBC Radio Newcastle and SAFC.com. Pritchard then, with his right foot, swings it into the penalty area. Flick down, put back across here, over everybody's heads from Hume, I think it was. Pritchard brings it up. He's trying to get the ball back here now to Dan Neil. Neil curls the ball in, punched out by Pears, is caught.
Yeah, he's caught.
Who's crashed into him? Clutching their knee, I think.
Is it 09? No, it's not 09.
No, it's not, and we can't see that. It's Ballard, I think.
Ollie, move.
I think Ballard threw himself at it as it played its outstretched leg, which was quite high actually.
Yeah, it's Ballard.
Ballard's down, he's caught his knee. Pears managed to pretty much get out the way and clear the ball.
You don't want to.
But Ballard's
you very, very rarely get a penalty from a keeper when it's 50-50 challenge. It never happens.
Well,
never.
No. All the players coming across here for a drink, bar Job and Burstow, who are stood over Ballard, who's receiving treatment on the 6-yard line in the Blackburn 6-yard box, that area. 32nd, we're into the 33rd minute. So Jack Clarke's penalty has given Sunderland the lead here. Ballard it was who got a touch to put Andrew Moran's 6-yard shot over the bar in the 10th minute. And then Schmodek's 12 yards out, Ballard managed to head the ball over. And now he's down, he's lying on his back. They're trying to flex his right leg and knee.
Gotta hope he's not injured again. I know, class player.
He'll be okay. His hands across his face, though, which is slightly worrying, as though he's in some pain.
We have to be the most unluckiest club in the universe for injuries. I don't know any other club that has as many injuries as what we do. No, but you've got like
might not be a bad thing for
you've got 5 squad depths, Dom.
Regroup here. Tony Mowbray's having words. Huddersfield 1, Stoke 0. It's Neil Warnock's last game in charge. Stoke, you've not had a great start to the season. Dan Ballard is sitting up at the moment. Tony Mowbray and Mike Dodds having words with Alex Pritchard, who looks quite animated actually. Pritchard down below with Tony Mowbray, doesn't look entirely happy, but Ballard is on his feet now. His right sock rolled down.
He's not moving well, is he?
He's not moving very well. He's
you want
limping.
To keep him on. We need to keep him on.
And it's not looking very comfortable. It looks very stiff as he's just limping off behind the goal.
He's coming back now. He's coming back to him now.
And he's just going to try and walk this off as he comes around the pitch. You're right, he's starting to move.
How about Man U 12 out injured? Good afternoon from
Back
Austin, Texas. Only way I can get commentary is
welcome,
Carl.
As play continues.
Welcome.
The ball threaded through for Schmodek's here. Schmodek's trying to get round Hume. He crosses, looking for Hedges on the right, and it's just kept in, is it? Yes. He's played it into the penalty area, but it's cleared by Neil. Comes out to Britton, who puts it back in.
It's offside. It's offside.
And it's surely offside.
It's offside.
The flag has stayed down. The flag has stayed down. The assistant was heading down to the corner. Leonard's headed it in at the far post.
Do you know what it is?
And they've given the goal.
Shall I tell you what's happened, Nick? It seems what's happened. It's the security behind the goal.
Yeah.
He thinks one of them were the players. It's offside. It's offside. He thinks, the security behind the goal.
The yellow.
He thinks one of them were the players.
I think you could be right. It's a very, very good point you make, because all the security stewards along the back of the goal are wearing fluorescent yellow jackets.
Yeah.
Well, Gary Bennett's screaming that's clearly offside, and he's going on about the colours clashing with the stewards or something.
It down past Patterson.
It's clearly offside.
Sorry, sorry.
That's what, he's got to speak to the. He's got to speak to the referee.
Mowbray's trying to explain. Have a word with the referee. And a yellow card for Mowbray. Well, I can understand his anger.
Yeah. It was clearly offside, Nick.
Well, interesting, isn't it? Because last season we had an offside free kick, and now we appear to have an offside header, and Blackburn on both occasions given the goal. And I think it's a very good point you make about the stewards all wearing yellow. And all standing up at that point.
The lines weren't even up in play.
He wasn't up in play. He was sprinting back. He stumbled, didn't he, as he got to the corner. And so it's Blackburn Rovers 1, Sunderland 1. Barr trying to get through here, but it's hooked away, cleared by Blackburn. So Leonard with his second goal of the season, having scored on the opening day against West Bromwich Albion, controversially tonight with that equaliser. Clark trying to win it.
I'm dying to see the replay with this offside carry on. Bennett and Barnes are still rabbiting on.
Huggins will take it. That plays it back to Ballard, still limping slightly. He's not entirely comfortable.
Yeah, Leighton, why are we not playing in red and white? It's baffling. It's just a marketing thing, isn't it? It's got to be.
Job trying to get through, tackle. Picked up by Moran, tries to find Travis. Travis back to Carter. Floats it up towards Schmodix on the far side. It bounces away from him out for a throw to Sunderland. 1-1 here in the 38th minute. There'll be some time added on at the end of this first half for that treatment for Dan Ballard. Patterson drives the ball out, looking for Clark on the left here. It's come off him quite sharply in the air. It's dropped for Britton. He spins away from Pritchard, then plays it down.
The commentators say they don't care if it wasn't the goal. What a prick.
I think race away from him behind for a goal kick. And Huddersfield 1, Stoke 1.
See, that's the problem that the officials have got at the present moment, because when they stand up,
they just blend in.
The stewards just blend in.
And remember, it's okay for us up here in the stand, but when you're down pitch level, you lose that sense of perspective. Kick from Patterson up towards Barr. This might be the last time we see this kick. You can't see the numbers.
It's just mad. The minute Ballard goes off the pitch,
Neil trying to get the ball through here to Burstow. He's done well. He's lost his man. They're chasing him. And Burstow's shown too much of it then to Pickering, who got the ball clear but only drops to the feet of Clark. Clark tries to curl one. It's blocked at the edge of the area by Britton. Now with Pritchard. Pritchard Black to...
Hey Jacob, I've got a question for you. Do you know who's top of the league at the minute, unbeaten?
O'Nien trying to get it through here. Hume to Burstow, out to Barr. So Job, and now to Barr. Barr in the penalty area, and he's driven it over the bar. Barr's
gone over the bar.
It's a goal kick. Passed out here to Carter from Pears. Out to Britton on the right-hand side. Inside again then to Wharton, up to Travis, drops to
Huddersfield
Britton in the middle. He finds Moran through the centre circle, looking for the run of Schmodix and Hedges. It's swung in away in front of Leonard for a goal kick, but they're away again.
The thing is, Nick, you've seen that set-up play. You know, the ball is just played round the corner, he's set, and then the play out wide. Defensively, we're all over the place.
40th minute, Blackburn 1, Sunderland 1. Ballard puts the ball down on the 6-yard line on the left. Tony Mowbray's having a word with Jack Clark. Patterson. He drives it up into the Blackburn half. It's headed away by Hyam. A touch on from Moran, but it's going to be tidied up by O'Nien. Back to Patterson. Closed down by Leonard. He gets the ball away. Up into the centre circle. Headed on by Carter. Won by Jobe. Brings it down. He's having to work for this with Moran, who's got the ball off him. But Jobe gets a touch. Back to Hume. Forwards to Pritchard. And he's just couldn't get it to Burstow. And Carter looking for Szmodics now in the penalty area. Szmodics forced to drive it wide by Huggins on his shoulder.
I've got to say,
but he's lively.
A lot of people are saying would be absolutely knackered if Ballard got injured again.
At the present moment, they're getting in on this their right hand side all the time. They're playing them through balls all the time, too easily.
Yeah,
cutting Sunderland open.
42nd minute, 1-1. Live on BBC Radio Newcastle. Here's Patterson with the goal kick. Drives it fiercely down, looking for Barr, headed away by Hyam. On the halfway line, Hume heads it on. Comes back to Carter, to Hedges in the middle with Travis, but he's given the ball away. Picked up by Clark. He's trying to drift through and leaves it for Jobe. Jobe now out to the right to Barr. Barr on the touchline. He's got to cut inside here. He slips it through to Jobe in the penalty area. And Jobe on the right has to play it back to Barr, just outside the penalty area. He gets in the box on the right now, pulls it back straight to Wharton, and Wharton plays it out to Pickering, and he will bring this out on the left.
Wonder if we can change kits at half-time like that when Man U did against Southampton.
Played to Neil. Jobe now trying to get way down the right wing into the corner. Foul by Jobe. It's a free kick to Blackburn. 1-1, 43rd minute. Short
I think it was Southampton.
Eventually back to the goalkeeper. Pears passes it to Carter again, and he passes it out now to young Moran. It's been so destructive in the first half for Blackburn. Back it comes to Hyam, across to Carter. Carter now back inside to Hyam, just behind the centre circle for Blackburn. Short pass to Moran, back to Hyam, and now Wharton battling with Burstow. It's broken for Pritchard.
Should you guys be happy with a point then?
Clark on the left into the penalty area here, trying to find an opening. They get back behind him. It's Barr.
Offside.
Touch
offside.
Was it from Pears with his offside?
Offside.
Tried to curl it in with his left foot, but it was offside anyway. Free kick then to Blackburn Rovers in the 44th.
I'm sure.
Minute.
I'd have to see the replay of that. I really would. Would you guys still settle for a point tonight?
Harry Leonard, close range header in the 35th. But controversy over that header.
Yeah, it'd be good to see it again, Nick.
Yeah.
As we haven't got a replay here. But what I've seen first time, I think he was clearly offside.
Throw to Sunderland. Huggins back to Ballard. Szmodics goes to close him down. Patterson gets it clear on Szmodics' shoulder up to Jobe, or Burstow, who gets it out to Clark, trying to chip it down the left wing for Pritchard. And it's won by Carter to Britton, wide on the right. Slips it inside to Hyam. Burstow on his shoulder. It's passed out to Wharton, who dangerously passes it across the face of Pritchard to Carter, out through the middle. Blocked by Dan Neal, a foul, says the referee on Hedges.
Good.
And they take it quickly, the free kick. Hedges trying to get it through, comes back to O'Nien, who nods it down to Neal. Immediately Travis is on his case. Neal manages to dig it out for Jobe. Jobe bringing this back into the Blackburn half. Down the left-hand side of midfield, out to Clark on the left side. Clark dribbling into the penalty area now, pulling it back, but blocked by Britton. It's a corner to Sunderland.
Yeah, you can see where we can cause Blackburn problems. Get the ball out to Clark, but we've got to be in the middle of the park. We're getting overrun at times. Too easy.
Coming up to the 45th minute. This is Sunderland's first corner, actually. Pritchard's going to take it down on the left. Martin Woods, the fourth official below us, is going to show 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And Pritchard about to take this corner on the left-hand side.
Get in!
Everybody in the 6-yard box, bar Schmodix, who's almost on the penalty spot. And Pritchard drives us in towards the far post. It's headed down to Schmodix, comes to Neil, drives a low ball in the corner. Dan Neil scores.
Well done.
In the first minute of added time, Dan Neil with his left kept it low, bottom right corner, and Sunderland's lead is restored.
Great strike. Goalkeeper should have saved it, I think. But great strike by Dan Neil. Got some power behind it.
Yeah. He had his sight on that corner, knew what he was doing, and Sunderland now 2-1 up.
Again, Nick, there.
Good finish from the Sunderland corner, which was initially cleared, but not fully cleared.
Good finish good strike by Dan Neil. Excellent.
So, Blackburn 1, Sunderland 2. Dan Neil with his second goal of the season. And take heart from that. Heading towards half-time. The restart. Ball played out to Britain on the right-hand side here. Blackburn
Sorry, I didn't mean to
Sunderland
spoil it
2.
there. I got a bit excited. I'll try and
trying to swing a ball out on the right here.
Not spoil any
Hedges,
goals for you guys.
Cleared for a throw to Blackburn.
Get him in at half-time. That's what we need to do. Just get in at half-time so we can settle them down.
And we played 2 minutes of the 5. We'll probably add on another 30 seconds, minute to the 5 for the goal and restart. Here's Britain on the right. Back to Hyam through the middle. Wharton, but straight to Job. He's tripped by Wharton. Now, sorry, that's a yellow card. It is. Bayern Munich 1, Manchester United 0 in the Champions League tonight. And that's the second Blackburn player in John Busby's notebook tonight.
Do things right, Luke.
Luke with the free kick, just short pass to his right to Hume. Hume back to Patterson at the edge of his penalty area. And he kicks it out on the left here, comes down to the feet of Burstow. He's swung it out wide right to Barr. Barr brought it down, slips, but he's recovered. He's still got it, has he? No, yes he has. He's managed to slip it inside away from Moran to Pritchard, and down the left here to the corner of the penalty area to Clark. Clark on his right curls one, looking for Barr at the far post. Headed back to the penalty spot. They look like a handball then by Job, but he's wheeled away with the ball and he's passed it to Barr, and Barr on the corner of the penalty area. The overlap from Hume, and he's wasted it by passing it straight back into the path of Travis, who's fouled by Job. Free kick to Blackburn Rovers, 10 yards outside their penalty area. We're in the 49th minute. Sunderland leading 2-1. Here's Moran again, laying the ball off to Pickering, playing it across here now to Carter. Carter up towards the halfway line and played inside to Hyam, and now Moran again. Pritchard goes to close him down. The youngster plays it back to Hyam. Hyam plays it to Carter here on the right of the centre circle. Forward to Moran again. Pritchard gives chase. It's played out to Pickering on the left touchline, and back to Moran. Inside to Wharton. Back to Moran.
Who's
two
bird?
19-year-olds together in the middle there. Here's Carter. He plays it out wide now to Britain. Britain inside to Hedges, who sweeps it back to Carter on the right here. In the last minute, if he does only play 5 minutes, John Busby. On to Wharton, blocked by Neil, picked up by Clark. Clark could get away here down the left wing, taking on Carter, going round him down the left-hand side. Carter trying to get back. Clark still has it, and finally a foot in from
excellent
Carter
play,
for a throw.
Jack Clark.
Taken play all the way down to 18 yards
when
from
you needed
the
that breather.
goal line. Quick throw, Huggins back to Ballard into the 51st minute. O'Nien in the centre circle, leaves it for Hume on the far side. Barr just ahead of him, but Hume goes back to O'Nien sensibly, plays it across to Ballard here. Ballard back to Patterson, and Patterson, Schmoddick's just in front of him, drives it up to the halfway line. Little flick on from Burstow, and Job has it, and he plays it across to Clark on the left-hand side. Clark looking as there an overlap, but he's gone inside in the middle to Pritchard. Just bounced awkwardly for him, but he's managed to knock it back to Dan Neal. Cries of shoot. He plays it to Job. Job at the edge of the D, looking for Burstow, trying to back into the defender. Pritchard gets it out to Barr on the far side. Back here now to Hume, and Hume crosses, headed away though by Hyam. Half-time, the whistle's blown, but Sunderland will go in at the interval, leading 2-1. Jack Clark's penalty, a controversial header from Harry Leonard, and then Dan Neal in added time drove a low ball into the bottom right corner, but it could have been an entirely different story after 12 minutes with Ballard clearing two what I think Blackburn would have thought were certain goals.
Yeah, it's been an entertaining 45 minutes, and you know, I would imagine that the Blackburn supporters are thinking of
half time. We will just mute the commentary for a second,
because at times you've got to say that.
So go get your cups of tea and whatnot. Yeah, the sound's gone. I've just turned the sound off because of the it's half time. So don't worry, we'll be back at half time.
To back down. To hear from the government that today it will be put in written form all the agreements that they reached. Basically, some heads will fall, but mostly that the structure of the federation will change and that they will be treated the same as men. That is, at the end, the battle.
Yeah, I'll put it on
what it was all about.
Pause or turn the volume down just in case any music comes on in the interval.
Team as head coach if
and
they qualify for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games.
The copyright algorithm
has reached 4 successive
would
major
cause
tournament
problems on the
finals
channel.
as England, and before that Netherlands.
That's
manager.
why I turned
still in charge of England, of course, took them to the World Cup final last month.
Half-time commentary down.
Pritchard scored the opening goal as England's under-19s beat Denmark in a friendly at St George's Park.
We will let you off, Cabby. Very kind of you, Colin.
And Katie Watson also part of that squad today. And speaking of England, the senior women's side will play Scotland in a UEFA Nations League qualifier at the Stadium of Light on Friday. Total Sport will come live from the ground from 6 o'clock. Northumberland's Lucy Braun's very likely to be involved. So too is Rachel.
Summer, get your cereal, darling.
Country Harrogate in North
So
Yorkshire.
give her a cereal.
Speaking today exactly a month after playing in the World Cup final against
Spain. So give her the spoon, because that'll go soggy.
Feels like we weren't with them, feels like we were with them. But I think we all got pretty much adequate time off post the World Cup. But it's our job. You know, we've got to get straight back into it, back in with our clubs, back in internationally, and yeah, we're all just ready to go again and focus on the upcoming Nations League.
To cricket, normally we would have brought you a resume of everything that had happened between Durham and Worcestershire on day 2 of their county championship match at New Road, but precisely nothing happened. The rain spoilt it completely. There was no play today at all. They will try and resume tomorrow morning. Worcestershire on 140 for 1 in their first innings. There will be live ball-by-ball commentary. Assuming it gets started on time, then that will be from 10:30 on the BBC Sport website and the BBC Sport app. England's first one-day international against Ireland at Headingley was also abandoned today without a ball being...
Yeah, here's some latest scores. It's Huddersfield 1, Stoke 1, Hull 0, Leeds 0, Millwall 1, Rotherham 0, Watford 2, West Brom 2, Norwich City 0, Leicester City 1, and that's just gone half-time. It's just the scores, yeah.
Produced a terrific second-half comeback to beat Uruguay in Nice and go top of Pool A. Lorenzo Pani went over.
If you're on Android, just click the cog button and change the resolution of the video. From you might be on 230 or 240, change it to 480 or something.
Was sent to the bin. Italy ran in 3 quick tries to earn a bonus point as well, and a 31 points to 7 victory in the...
Barrett actually got a point, yeah, I know.
To mention British gymnastics today, accused by a campaign group of a serious institutional betrayal by not including more people on a list of banned coaches and members. There was a list of 62 people today published as part of the governing body's Reform 25 plan. And finally, in Formula 1, the McLaren team have extended their contract with their Australian rookie driver Oscar Piastri until the end of 2026. But
that was the good old days, Leighton.
2 goals to 1 at half-time. Jack Clark and Daniel.
Sheffield Wednesday 1, Middlesbrough 1. I'll have a go at it. Here we go. Championship England. Blackburn 1, Sunderland 2. Huddersfield Town 1, Stoke City 1. Hull City 0, Leeds United 0. Millwall 1, Rotherham 0. Watford 2, West Bromwich Albion 2. And Norwich City 0, Leicester City 1.
Penalty area. Will the bright yellow of Clark's kit dazzle Ainsley Pears. As Clark waits for the whistle's blown, Clark comes forward and he drives it in. Down the middle, leaving Pears no chance. Jack Clark gives Sunderland the lead, pretty much against the run of play in the 28th minute. Such are the vagaries of football.
Well, that's what I try and do on this channel when the match is on. Cheers, Colin. When the match is on, I like to reply to people in chat, but I like to also keep quiet so you guys can just purely listen to the commentary.
The flag has stayed down. The assistant was heading down to the corner. Leonard's headed it in at the far post.
You know what it is?
And they've given the goal. Pritchard about to take this corner on the...
Back in my flares, eating spangles again.
Everybody in the 6-yard box. Bar Schmodix, who's almost on the penalty spot. And Pritchard drives us in towards the far post. It's headed down to Schmodix, comes to Neil, drives a low ball in the corner. Dan Neil scores.
Are you optimistic for the second half, lads and lasses? What do you think we need to do? Any changes? Any tactics we need to change?
Total Sport Northeast.
Mr. Mackham, you're too kind. Thank you.
BBC Radio Newcastle.
Blackburn Rovers out for the second half, waiting for Sunderland to appear. Mickey Gray brought up.
You're welcome, Leighton.
He said he used to clean your boots, and now he's bringing your tea.
Nothing changes, does it?
So there you go.
Nothing changes.
As we wait for Sunderland to emerge in their highlighter kit, as Blackburn just stroll about on the pitch. Away to our right, they're defending the Darwin end as Luke O'Nien jogs out here, leading out the team for the second half. 2-1 up, thanks to Dan Neil's low shot from the edge of the penalty area into the bottom corner. And I wonder,
onside or offside?
Have you had a discussion with someone at half time?
I have, but nobody can conclude that was it onside or offside. I think for me, from where I see it, from where we sit, it looks clearly offside.
Well, it stands, it's 2-1. I mean, we can argue the toss all night, it's not going to change it now. His left wrist and another look, and he should blow any second. Now, glance over his shoulder, we get the second half underway. Sunderland attacking the goal to our right, which is the Darwin end, which is the away end. And Patterson away to our left in his orange. Hume, Ballard, O'Nien, Huggins, Neil, Jobe, Barr, Pritchard, Clark, and Burstow is the 11. The bench is Bishop, O'Sheesh, Hamir, Sealt, Triantis, Rigg, Roberts, Watson and Taylor. Here's Pickering playing the ball back to...
I'll be screaming camel toe if he scores, Leighton.
Hyam just in his own half, squares it over to Carter and wide then to Britton on the right, inside to Travis, who's trying to thread it through. It pops up the hedges into Moran, a foot in from Jobe, manages to intercept it for Sunderland. And away on this right-hand side, he's coming, trying to get it to Barr. He's been caught, as you know. It was a good tackle in the end by Pickering, and has come all the way back to Carter, lays it off to Hyam, drives it down this left wing now for Moran. A good tackle by Hume, but it's found Wharton.
Offside.
He's lifted it over the top for Leonard. The flag stayed down. Great block by Ballard again. Schmodix now trying to get around Huggins on that left side into Leonard. They look for a penalty, Blackburn, but Sunderland have got the ball clear from the feet of Leonard, and Leonard doesn't complain. And it's come back up into the Blackburn Rovers half. Ballard again.
Ballard again. Fantastic.
That's the ball back with Carter.
At the end of the day, you're here to listen to the match.
Pickering on the
you're
left
not here to listen
of the
to me
centre
unless
circle
you're
for
wanting a question.
Blackburn Rovers. Hyam, and the Scotsman just rolls it onto the foot of Carter to sweep forwards down the right wing, and again sweeping in over on that far side is Huggins, sliding into knocked the ball out for a throw to Blackburn Rovers in their blue and white halves, white shorts and blue and white socks. And the ball knocked out again by Clark for a throw to Blackburn Rovers. 2-1 Sunderland lead. We're in the 48th minute, live on BBC Radio Newcastle. Wharton leading it now on the right for Britain, trying to find Schmodix in the penalty area. Ooh. Straight across the face of Patterson, who went down in the 6-yard box but out for a throw on the far side, this near side.
Schmodix makes them little darts in that 18-yard box, and you've got to say the way to pass was finding him. You know, he's causing problems all the time, Schmodix.
Signed from Peterborough in 2022.
He was linked with Sunderland at one time.
Yeah. Began his career with Colchester United. Here's Travis. It's broken for him. He shoots, and a great save from Patterson, diving to his left to palm it away. The 49th minute. Good save. The trajectory was right.
Yeah, it was a nice.
Don't forget, if you're new, hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up. Just helps the channel out massively. Thank you.
2-1 then, a fourth Blackburn Rovers corner with the Blackburn end on the right, swung into the 6-yard box and skims the roof of the net. It's a goal kick. I think it was Carter.
Yeah, Roberts is having an intensive
I think he's going to come on.
Yeah, warm up.
I think he'll replace who? Pritchard, or
I think it might be
Barr
myself.
Patterson.
Just to give us that outlet.
Yeah. Up towards Burstow, lays it off on the left wing. Clark's going to get the ball back again here from Burstow. Clark into the penalty area, looking for Job's run, but it's cleared by Wharton. Back to Ballard. Huggins.
Ooh.
Oh, he's caught from behind.
That's a free yellow.
That's not a good tackle, and it is a yellow card, and it's Leonard who's been shown it. Third Blackburn player in John Busby's notebook. That coming in the 50th minute. Left-hand side of central midfield, halfway inside the Sunderland half. Pritchard will take the free kick. Moran, a one-man defensive wall as John Busby applies the spray.
Good balling, quality balling, that's what you're looking for, quality Pritchard.
And they're lined up on the 18-yard line. Pritchard then from the left-hand side. Right-footed, drives this in towards the far post. It's headed over by Ballard.
He knows he should have done better.
He should have done better, he knows it, head in his hands. It'd been a little bit of icing on this cake, wouldn't it, with the defensive work he's done, if he could score again, as he did at the weekend. The ball being played out from the back. Carter over on the right-hand side. Up through the middle to Travis. Travis just lays it off to Moran, who's lofted a ball out to the right wing, where it's been given straight to Huggins on the left by Hedges. He's made a break into the Blackburn half, finds Pritchard just ahead of him, then out to Clark on the left-hand side. If you're just joining us, Sunderland in their highlighter kit. They look like fluorescent coloured pens, and the numbers are impossible to read, as are the names, because they're white on yellow. Here on the right side of the penalty area is Job. He's been tackled, but the ball runs back for Hume, out for a throw to Sunderland. Hume takes the ball off the cone, hurls it back to Luke O'Nien. Short pass forwards to Neil, now looking for Job again, who tries to spin on the defender. Right. He's done well here, Job. He's got Barr making a run inside, in down the right of the penalty area. He's trying to back heel back to Job, but it was intercepted and brought out down this left-hand side by Travis. And then one back again by Job, and Pritchard's taken out, is he? And a throw, says the assistant. Pritchard on his knees. The assistant just taps him on the back. Pritchard drawing breath. Throw it is. Hume to take. O'Nien's back down the touchline. It's to O'Nien, the ball goes. And O'Nien plays it back again to Ballard on halfway on the right-hand side, and it's played back then to Anthony Patterson. foot on the ball at the edge of the D. He kicks down the right, looking for Barr. Up goes Pickering with him, onto the head of Wharton, inside to Wharton again from Moran, but he's tackled by Pritchard, and free kick. 15,621
3825
and 3,825 Sunderland fans have made the journey here tonight, and they've made most of the noise tonight as well. Here's Carter trying to find Wharton through the middle. Sunderland leading 2-1. Leonard on the ball, but he's given it away. There's a break for Clark now. He sprints away through the middle. He's got support from Barr and Burstow. He's still going, Clark. Edge of the area, finds Burstow. Right-footed shot straight at the keeper.
Great energy levels, Jack Clark.
It was a weak shot in the end. And
that was a pass back, wasn't it? That's all that was.
From Clark.
Come on, lads.
Ball breaks here for Burstow. Just inside the Blackburn half. He leaves it for Dan Neal. Neal, who gave Sunderland a 2-1 lead to Job. Job back to Neal.
A lot of people saying in the chat.
Back again here to Ballard.
The commentators making it
warming up on
sound
the
like birds
Neal in the centre circle. Drifting through and then out to the left wing. Clark. We're in the 54th minute. Clark back to Luke O'Nien. Leaves it for Neal. Just in his half, and then plays it across to Ballard. Ballard back to Luke O'Nien. The Blackburn substitutes warming up down below us as well. Huggins on the left, gives the ball away to Travis. Inside to Moran. Moran from Hedges. Moran out now to Leonard on the left-hand side. Sunderland having to get players back. Played into the middle to Wharton. Man on, says the crowd. It's Burstow. It's played across to Britton. Britton on the right-hand side. Pritchard in front of him. He plays it back to Carter. Across to Hyam here, just in front of the centre circle. And out wide to the left to Hedges. Hedges has got support through Pickering down that left-hand side. Leaves it for Harry Pickering. He stumbles in front of Barr, and Barr wins it off
the
left back and then gets penalised for a push. Schmodix.
I think Blackburn are going to make a substitution, aren't they?
They're going to make a change. Schmodix is going to take the free kick. Schmodix will take this free kick, a yard in from touch on the left-hand side, or Pickering's there as well.
Bird's taught.
Is it going to be Pickering? No, it is Schmodix. Drives it in. Clark smashes it away to the halfway line. Travis is there for Blackburn. Over to the right, and it's Hedges who plays it right upfield to the edge of the D, but it's headed down to Barr. Barr trying to break. Britton on his shoulder. Barr still has it and slips it inside. Lovely ball inside to Job. Job to Neal in the centre circle down the left-hand side. Clark wide left. And now the overlap, the run coming through from Huggins, but Clark's got
yellows for Blackburn. How we had 10
he's given the ball straight away to Travis, who's now on the break with Schmodix.
It's a good point, that.
He's got
3 yellows
well
for
on the
Blackburn.
right. He's going to play it over to the right-hand side.
It's offside.
And it's come off of
as well.
Dan Neal or Hume.
They're going to be a double substitution.
Yeah, Nick. Millwall 2, Rotherham 0. Dylan Markanday is coming on, and James Hill, who's on loan from Bournemouth, is coming on. Markanday is a winger, Hill is a centre-back. So it'd be interesting to see what...
They might go 3 at the back.
I wonder.
Oh, great dummy. Well done, well left.
In fact, it's not Hill, it's Rankin Costello, who's a defensive midfielder. They're going to make 3 changes.
Good player that from Sunderland. Really good player from Sunderland. See that ball from Clark
in the penalty area.
Oh, shoot.
He's played it back to Job.
Diagonal
50-yard
pass.
Takes the deflection, goes behind for a corner to Sunderland.
3.
It is 3, yeah. It's a triple substitution. It's going to be Rankin Costello.
Yes. I'm not saying
Markanday. And I think the others just disappeared back underneath the lip of the bottom of this top half of the stand.
Hey, stop talking about my wife like that, Jacob, will you please?
Rankin Costello is, as I say, a defensive midfielder.
Yeah,
and is it Garrett? I'm not sure. We'll see if he steps.
Oh man, that's a what a fucking hash of it.
Corner from the right to
sorry,
Sunderland.
YouTube. Sorry,
Pritchard
YouTube.
rolls it back to Clark at the corner of the penalty area. Back to Pritchard, he's overhit it. It's a goal kick. Rolls away behind. And it is
Costello, and
it's the other coming on is
Dolan.
Tyrese Dolan.
Why take a short corner like that? Get the thing whipped
Travis
in,
is
man.
coming off to be replaced by Rankin Costello.
Yeah, Costello is busy. He'll only get forward.
Are we looking more in control second half? Yeah, we are looking a lot better.
And Leonard's coming off to be replaced by Dolan.
I've got to stop. Hold yourself not to swear, but we just totally messed that corner up. Like, why take a short corner? Get it whipped into the box,
What was the third?
There was Mackenday.
Who did? Oh, Hedges.
Is that Champions League?
Number 10, Tyrese Dolan. Number 11, Joe Rankin Costello. Number 18, Dylan Markande.
So, Pears has the ball at the back at the moment. Markande, Rankin Costello and Dolan are the players on now. And looking at the positions they're taking up, Dolan has gone up front with Schmodix. Markande has just taken over in that role now as well, as Blackburn looking to get forwards, but a slight stumble as they break through the right side of midfield, and the ball played clear, but straight to the loney who's caused so many problems, Moran. But the shot from Moran palmed away by Patterson. But Blackburn come again here on the far side with Britton, and Job's trying to get the ball off him, and so's Clark, but they worked it out to the right and back to Britton on the goal line. He's pulled it back here, but Pritchard makes a block. O'Nien tries to clear, and then finally cleared by Job up towards Burstow, but it's knocked off him, picked up by Moran. Moran trying to chip it through, comes off O'Nien, back to Moran, and Moran drives it over. In my word, that could have gone anywhere. That
could have gone anywhere.
You're
right there, Nick. Could have gone anywhere.
Nearly an hour played, Sunderland lead 2-1. Patterson gratefully puts the ball down in the middle of the 6-yard line.
What's the score,
now,
Dov?
Roberts being called back by Tony Mowbray.
Yeah.
It's Bayern Munich 2, Manchester United 1. Carter bringing the ball out, just pushing it to his right to Dolan. In on the right of the penalty area. It's lost by Blackburn Rovers. Neil brings it out.
Sorry, Nick, they're leaving themselves open at the back as well. Blackburn,
yeah.
1v1.
It has opened up a bit if Sunderland can capitalise on that. Pritchard on the halfway line. Coming across here now, plays it quite harshly to Hume, and manages to dig it out and find Barr on the right wing. Calling for it is Burstow at the edge of the area. Barr still going, and nearly tackled. He's still got it, finds Pritchard just behind him, and it's poked back again to Job. And then he tries to turn away from Dolan, gets it back to Ballard, inside on the halfway line to O'Nien, and O'Nien now away on the left, being chased by Rankin Costello, out wide onto the left touchline, and then plays it back to Clark. Clark back again onto the halfway line to Neil. Rankin Costello. He's been here since 2014, but he was a Manchester United youth player in his day. It's played on to Burstow here on the right-hand side. He's got to try and swing it in if he can. He's gone out to the touchline and is eventually tackled, and it's come off Burstow for a throw to Blackburn. Moran takes it quickly. Back to Carter into the penalty area to Hyam, and then left for Britton on the right side of the penalty area. Back to Pears, and then left for Carter to bring out here, and then back across to Hyam. Hyam on the right, plays it back across to Carter. 62nd minute, live on BBC Radio Newcastle. Roberts is about to come on. Blackburn Rovers
well
1,
fought back,
Sunderland
lads.
2.
Well fought back. How many swear words are you allowed before YouTube
it's with
goes
Moran.
there's
He's
a
blocked by
warning.
Neil. Wharton swings a leg through it, but gives it straight to Burstow, who finds Pritchard here on the right, who's calling for help, finds Barr on the right wing. Barr trying to get round Pickering, plays it back to Neil, slight short ball inside to Job in the centre circle, and then back to Luke O'Nien. Forwards again through the middle to Neil. Back to Job, Job back to Ballard, then inside to Luke O'Nien. O'Nien on halfway. Clark plays it back to Patterson, who's in the D, and Roberts just getting a word from Tony Mowbray down below us. Burstow back to Ballard, lifting it up into the Blackburn Rovers half. It'll come back from Hyam to goalkeeper Ainsley Pears. And Pears taps it again out to Dominic Hyam. To his left, Hayden Carter.
After runners.
Through the middle to Wharton. Through the middle again to Dolan at the front of the centre circle. Wide to Markanday on the far side.
I can see a Blackburn goal coming here. I don't know why, I just got this feeling.
Hyam. Cross to Pickering on the left-hand side. Back again into the centre circle to Carter. Hyam on the right of central midfield. Out wide to Britton. Britton inside to Dolan. Back to Britton. Forwards to Rankin Costello, but it's given away. And it's swept up by Dan Neal. Out it goes for a throw. For Sunderland on the left. And Roberts will come on now.
Come on.
And he's coming on for Burstow.
Come on, Roberts. Anderson and substitute
so I wonder
is
how
Patrick
this
Roberts.
is going to pan out here. Who will go up front? Joe?
Substitution for Sunderland, replacing number 11, Mason Burstow, with number 10, Patrick Roberts.
Burstow's gone off on the far side.
Roberts has gone and played. He's going to play up top.
It looks like he is, isn't it?
Yeah. Get the ball into his feet.
Yeah. Burstow walking. Sensible move to go off of that far side, because it means he's got to walk right across the front of the Sunderland stand, and they're all giving him an ovation. He's reciprocating.
That's well done by the. It's well done by the keeper there, mate.
The centre spot finds Pritchard. Pritchard looking for the run. Clark. He goes to the keeper. Keeper's got a touch to it. Clark was hoping he had enough touch to turn it round the keeper, but obviously when it was cleared, came off Clark, because both the assistant and the referee have given the throw to Blackburn. 65th minute, Blackburn Rovers 1, Sunderland 2, and the ball's played into the penalty area and out to Pickering. As the Sunderland fans burst into everywhere we go. Harry Kane scored a penalty to make it Bayern Munich 3.
Oh, great.
Manchester United 1. And Hume looks in disdain at Schmodix, who's left on the floor with a tackle which has put the ball out for a corner.
He's put him into the advertising boards.
I feel sorry for the poor cat.
Remember that tackle at Queen's Park Rangers on Saturday? It was similar.
Yeah, brilliant.
No quarter.
I feel sorry for the cat.
No holds barred. Corner then from the left.
The cat he hit on that billboard.
Blackburn Rovers. Pickering takes it. And it drops and bounces awkwardly over the bar.
Huddersfield 1, Stoke 2.
Carter, I think it is.
Yeah.
Who dropped to his foot. He smacked it into the floor and it bounced up over the bar.
I think he didn't know much about it, really.
He didn't really. It's one of those that it could have crept under the bar. It just went over. That was high.
You know what happened to Kurt Zuma, though, with cats? I mean, they want to be careful, these Blackburn players.
And the ball now out wide on the left. A little flick inside from Roberts to Pritchard in the middle, and Pritchard's looking for Barr. This could open up here now for Sunderland. Barr up towards the edge of the penalty area. A couple of step overs into the box, turns, twists and plays it back to Jobe behind him. And Jobe back to Hume. Hume out wide again to Barr on this right-hand side. Sunderland leading 2-1. Barr just rolling it into the box to Roberts, a back heel back to Barr on the edge of the area. He tries to curl one. And it's way, way wide. But it's taken a slight deflection, so it's a corner to Sunderland. I think that was going way off target without the deflection, to be honest, but a corner is to Sunderland. Pritchard going down to take it in front of that bank of Sunderland fans, all on their feet. Short corner. And Roberts onto his left, crosses, it's headed out, comes out to Dan Neal. The cries of shoot. He's trying to dribble through. Tackled though by Markanday, and being brought out by Britton. And Britton back here to Hyam. Hyam to Pickering. Barr goes to close him down. Pickering back to Hyam, and then to Carter on the right hand side. And the 67th minute. Wide to Callum Britton. Inside to Moran.
70 odd people on the chat.
Dolan.
Thank you very much.
Eventually out for a throw to Blackburn Rovers again.
25 likes,
halfway
if
on the
not
right.
50 likes, thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe if you want to see loads of content and have a gig.
Finds Dolan, back to Britton, and then back into the centre of the Blackburn half. Hyam bringing this forwards and playing it out wide to Rankin Costello. Looks for the run up to the edge of the penalty area of
well done,
Pickering, I think it was. But he couldn't make it. He has to jog all the way back now, the left back.
I think
it's a goal kick.
I just think that Sunderland might be able to
Well, is this going to be Sunderland's first time in the Championship? We've got 3 wins on the bounce in the league. Not ever.
Wonderful turnout from Sunderland on a
Cheers,
midweek evening, a work night. Barr gets his head on the clearance from Patterson and wins a free kick for a foul by Carter.
He does not want to give these cards out, really,
into
does
him as he went up for the header.
God, imagine if that was Bond on the pitch.
It's right in the middle of the
left.
Blackburn Rovers half. They're going to make another change, Blackburn. Free kick taken, gone out wide left. Trying to get the ball down the left of the penalty. Huggins is trying to get in onto his left foot. He crosses, Barr couldn't quite get his head to it. Drops for Job, slips it inside to Roberts at the edge of the box. Then he plays it out to Hume on the right. Back here to Roberts, trying to dribble in through. He's still going, but then showed a little bit too much of it to Hyam, who hooks it away. And it comes back to Ballard in front of Tony Mowbray. He leaves it for Luke O'Nien. Back to Dan Ballard. Ballard slips it away from Schmodix, forwards to Pritchard, under pressure, trying to get it away from him is Rankin Costello. It's come back to Luke O'Nien and back again to Patterson. Patterson kicks up to the centre circle. Huddersfield 1, Stoke 2. Here's Dolan.
Patterson, man, just kick the ball out.
He's at the edge of the
area.
Kick
the ball out, Patterson.
Trying to get it through to Markanday, off the foot of the post. Off the foot of the post, and is it? Would it take
goal kick?
Goal kick.
Come off the post.
That was Patterson mucking about, like just trying to be casual, passing it on the floor through the pitch. Put your laces through it, man. Get rid of it.
But it's a goal kick.
Yeah, off the post.
That coming in the 70th minute. 2-1 Sunderland.
Thanks for the subscriber. Thank you.
Kick down the right. Comes down, out. Ball stopped by the fourth official, Martin Woods, from rolling down the tunnel.
It doesn't cost a penny.
With the throw back to Ballard on this right-hand side. Back again to Patterson. He drives up over the halfway line, down the right. Hyam heads it back. Neal heads it into the centre. Picked up there, though, by Markanday, left for Wharton. Back to Carter behind him. And now Wharton again. And then out to the left.
Huddersfield 2, Stoke 2.
I'm saying Markanday, it might be Markanday, mightn't it? But back it comes to Hyam. Dylan Markanday began with the Tottenham's youth team, signed here in 2022. Here's Moran trying to just find Schmodix. Yeah, Moran tackled fouled by Pritchard. He's going to get a yellow card, Pritchard.
Silly tackle that, Pritchard, mind. Silly tackle.
Big cheer for that. He joins Tony Mowbray in John Busby's notebook. Mowbray was booked in the 36th minute when Leonard scored that header at the far post. 2-1 Sunderland lead. Pickering's going to take the
Yeah, he didn't look confident at all late in passing that ball out there.
And he plays it short to Schmodix. Back to Pickering. Into the centre now. Britton. He lifts one up into the penalty area. Patterson Kane then went back. It's Moran, nods it down. Played through by Dolan to Schmodix. His cross cleared by Ballard. Throw to Blackburn Rovers on the left-hand side, and Blackburn are to make this fourth change. And it's Jake Garrett who is coming on for Wharton. Jake Garrett has been with Blackburn since he was 9 years old, the 20-year-old.
It's all Blackburn at the minute.
Began his career on Merseyside with both Liverpool and Everton as a youngster. But here in the corner, it's a corner to Blackburn Rovers. Just put out by Hume. Into the penalty area. Schmodix is trying to get it in. They've looked for another corner, but Schmodix is furious. It's a goal kick.
Well done, Roberts.
Patterson jogging down to get the ball, flicks it up, bounces it a couple of times from his hands like a tennis player. And now
I still think there's a goal in Blackburn. Like, I think Sunderland do need a third.
Luke O'Nien to take the goal kick.
Better yourself. Patterson is a decent keeper, just lacks experience a bit. Says better yourself.
He kicks it out towards the right, looking for Barr. Up goes Pickering with him, gets a strong header on it. It'll come back for Ballard. He just stops it from going out on the right. Schmodix went to close him down. He's looking for Roberts. Headed away by Hyam. Drops for the substitute Garrett.
It's gone out.
And it looked like it went out, but Moran's kept it in.
Maybe on about
according to the officials. Played it into the centre to Rankin Costello. Through to Dolan. And Dolan in the middle.
There's a goal coming here soon for Blackburn. Like, it's all Blackburn
Costello,
at the minute.
And then out wide on the right to Britton. Britton back inside to Garrett. Garrett back out wide on the right. Now Dolan to the goal line. Pulls it back. Luke O'Nien puts it out.
Hey, I hope I'm wrong.
Tried to control it. And in fact what he did was pass it out behind for another corner. Over on the right at the Blackburn end.
It's all right, I'll let you talk
Pickering
about my
is going down
like
to
that.
take this again for Blackburn Rovers. They trail 2-1 Blackburn. Yeah. And they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in the penalty area. Schmodix is now the 6th, just strolling in. Swept in, curled in here, headed away by Hume to the far side. And it'll be picked up by Dolan. The flag's up.
It's like my mother-in-law waxes her upper lip and it doesn't show.
Free kick to Sunderland. John Dahl Thomason came out shaking his head. Patterson going to recover the ball. 75th minute.
Right, lads, would you have any changes, anything? What would you do?
Patterson
It's coming up to 15 minutes left.
Take the free kick. Everyone else has headed off upfield. And over on the far side. Right-footed. Up high and up towards Pritchard. Headed away by Carter. Huggins trying to control it, takes it out.
Sunderland
but
ball.
Off a Blackburn player. And so it's a Sunderland throw. And this 10-15 yards inside the Blackburn half. With Sunderland leading 2-1 in their fluorescent yellow kit. It's gone over the top of Hayden Carter and back to Ainsley Pears. Aushish and Hamir are going to warm up now. Huddersfield 2, Stoke 2. 2-1 to Sunderland at the moment. Ball played out wide here to Pickering in front of Tony Mowbray. Barr goes with Pickering. He gets it inside, slips it inside to Garrett. And Garrett, in his own half still, plays it into the centre to Carter.
Preston's bubble will burst with that.
Down the right to Britton, back to Carter. And inside to Hyam. Hyam now in the centre circle. Rolls it to his right to Carter. And Carter down the right touchline to Britton, inside to Garrett. Garrett being forced back by Jobe. Comes back to Carter on the right-hand side and back to goalkeeper Pears, who's just outside his penalty area. Plays it through the middle.
Referee, surely.
Plays it back to Hyam and out to Pickering.
How many yellow cards has this team got now? There must be the 4th or 5th,
straight to Ballard.
Ooh.
Oh, he's caught by Garrett.
Ooh.
It's a card for Garrett.
Yeah.
It's a yellow.
I'd change the score 3-1, feel a lot less late.
It was late. Ballard, been in the wars tonight, hasn't he?
You've just took the words out of my mouth.
Dear, oh dear.
It's been like a bollard. Never mind Ballard.
Oh, he has, hasn't he? I mean, early on, those 2 clearances. Then he got clattered, didn't he? Went down when he clashed with, smashed into Pears, and then he's just been caught on the ankle then. They tried to thread it through Sunderland, but it's blocked. And it's being brought out on the right, up to Dolan. He's given the ball away to Jobe. Jobe away on the left-hand side. Pritchard ahead of him. He's also got Roberts forwards, but it's come back now to Neil. Neil with on the halfway line. Ballard, and he plays it to Neil again in the centre circle and back to Luke O'Nien. Forwards to Job again, just in the Blackburn half. Back to O'Nien. Up to Pritchard on the left of midfield, wide to Clark. Clark now.
Oh, man, keep it down,
Roberts.
man.
Roberts trying to get it back through.
Leaning back when they're taking a shot. That's schoolboy stuff.
Squares it here for Barr. He's trying to tee up Hume, and he's driven it over the bar.
That's a waste.
Trying to work it in.
Yeah, good build-up play. Again.
Thanks for the subscriber there. Thank you.
Blackburn Rovers, 78th minute. With Carter bringing this out into midfield for Blackburn.
Get in!
But he's lost it. It was tackled by Neil. Pritchard running into the boxes. Clark trying to take it on his right. Still going. What a finish from Jack Clark. Waltzes through the penalty area. Waltzes into the 6-yard box. And in the 79th minute has surely made this secure for Sunderland. Jack Clark.
I actually thought that was a replay of a chance we had before.
Do not panic, Jack Clark. Fantastic finish.
Wonderful football. Walton Clark, I mean, he just ran in through round 1, round 2, 6-yard box, bottom right corner.
That's sexy football, man.
So, Blackburn supporters,
great finish,
starting to leave now. Seen enough, they think perhaps that is it, all over. 2 tonight for Jack Clark, 1 from the penalty spot, and that exquisite finish for Sunderland's third.
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Sums up what Jack Clark's all about, and that's why clubs want to sign him in the Premier League. Great feat, great energy levels as well.
Yeah. 5 against Southampton, 3 against Queen's Park Rangers, 3 against Blackburn Rovers, and who's to say there's not more in the tank. There's still 10 minutes to go as Blackburn now chasing the game, 3-1 down. Jack Clark.
If you're happy with
Blackburn
that goal, hit that thumbs up.
Costello, but it's knocked away by Huggins into touch on the far side. So it looks like for the first time Tony Mowbray can celebrate 3 wins on the bounce, and that's a significant step up from last season. Here's Pickering in the middle of the Sunderland half, plays it to his right hand side, forwards from Rankin Costello. Britton out wide on that right hand side, trying to cut in now for the cross from the edge of the penalty area. Cleared. It's going to be a shot low straight at Patterson from Pickering.
Yes.
And again, Pickering has to sprint.
I said to you,
to
didn't I? There's a good chance.
Position.
You know, there's a third goal for Sunderland.
Away to our left. Blackburn Rovers 1, Sunderland 3. 81st minute here on BBC Radio Newcastle. Ballard clears from Schmodix. Up towards Pritchard. Hyam nods it down across to Britton on the far side. Britton forwards.
Yeah, that's what I meant, Malcolm.
Costello.
Nice to see you scoring goals like.
Circle. Out wide on the left, Schmodix trying to head it into the path of Moran, but it's gone out for a throw. Schmodix takes it quickly. Garrett behind him.
Time for the vodka out.
Back to Hyam, and then to Carter in the centre circle. Carter passing it through the middle to Dolan, blocked by Neil, picked up by Pritchard. Now a possible break for Robertson. Away goes Clark on the left. Clark wide on the left-hand side now. He's got Roberts in the middle. He's played it through, and it came through to Roberts under deflection. But then
tell you what, we've been class this second half, mate.
And Job now on the right of central midfield. Behind him is Hume. Lovely pass through to Pritchard. Edge of the penalty area. Looks up, finds a bit of space, and finds Barr on the right. Back into Job. And Job back behind him to Neil. Neil nearly tackled. He is in the end. And it's Markandé. He plays it back here to Britton. They're going to bring on.
It's got a bit of vodka in it, Colin.
Talalovic, who's a forward, a German forward, in a bid to try and get back in this game. It will be their final substitution. Blackburn Rovers. Talalovic, 23-year-old from Borussia Mönchengladbach. And now Garrett, tackled by Pritchard to Clark, who finds Roberts inside to Pritchard. Pritchard, 3 players around him in blue and white. He still has it. Finds Clark on the left in the penalty area. Harsh cross, and Barr smashes it well wide of the left post. And Talalovic can come on for Moran, who's run out of steam actually in the second half. Andrew Moran.
It's right, Cabby. Beep, beep. Hurry up, we shall miss it. Meters on.
Well, you've got to hand it to the 19-year-old. He's had a very good game.
Yeah, it's his debut, isn't it? Is it?
No. Thanks for the subscriber. Yes, and doody.
He has played.
Yeah, I've had a bit of a sex change, yeah. Shawty knows.
19-year-old on loan from Brighton.
Yeah.
He's played 4 or 5 games. Here's Hyam across.
No. Daft. That's a yellow card, that answer to Daft, I would say.
A chance to go into the top 6 tonight with this result. If it stays this way, they might even extend it.
I'll put it this way, I opened my legs the other day and the last ran away because she scared of skinheads, so there we go.
And I'm surprised he's not even been shown a card for that, actually.
A card for that.
The referee's having a word with him, but that was cynical to say the least. And that's all it is. It's a word from John Busby. Free kick, left side, central midfield, then Clark over the ball at the moment. Pritchard's coming back though. Pritchard will take it. And the bar is out wide tomorrow. On the right. Hume is there as well. Job. And it goes down the left. It's down the left again.
Do you think? Are you comfortable? Do you think we've won this tonight then?
And he made a mistake then, but Roberts tidies up. Back to Huggins, back to O'Nien. There's a sprint towards the Sunderland penalty area. And the ball given away by Patterson.
You lucky person.
But luckily, Neil saved his blushes. The sprinter was Talalovic. And the ball is out on the far side. In the air at the moment. Comes down, Rankin Costello. Surrounded by fluorescent yellow shirts. They're trying to win it back here, Roberts, but it's through to Talalovic, and he shoots wide, and it's a corner. I think I've got a fingertip from Patterson. Talalovic could be a handful in more ways than one.
Yeah,
linguistically and on the pitch. Pickering then with this corner on the left-hand side for Blackburn Rovers, who trail 3-1, and it's swept in. And it's over everybody's heads and eventually cleared by Luke
I'm still
O'Nien.
nervous, Mr. Mackham, when it's full time.
Halfway line, and we're in the 85th minute. The ball passed back to Ainsley Pears, out here on the left to Dolan, Tyrese Dolan. He began his career with Manchester City, a little spell at Burnley in between times, then Preston. Been here 3 years, away from Tony Mowbray for the Sunderland fans as Blackburn passed the ball out. Quick throw back to O'Nien, down the line to Huggins, inside to Neil, back to Huggins, back to O'Nien. O'Nien sidesteps Talalovic up to Barr here, who's playing down the left now, and trying to win it back after a mistake was O'Nien, who's gone down.
Yellow card for Sunderland.
Another card coming here.
He's not going to book Barr, is he? Oh, come on. Barr. Referee.
Arsenal 4, PSV 0, isn't it?
Yeah.
O'Nien's still down, but I think that's more.
Rumours have it there's going to be about 9 minutes added on.
Wind the clock down. He's got cramp by the looks of things. Unusual for Luke.
Yeah.
Blackburn Rovers 1, Sunderland 3. Back on his feet, Luke O'Nien.
Yeah.
87th minute. And free kick then for Blackburn Rovers. So Cardiff City to come on Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock. This free kick to come from Callum Britton as the ball hangs in the air in the penalty area and is flicked away by Ballard. It'll run out.
It's all
it doesn't go out. Comes off the.
It's all Blackburn at the minute. Sunderland need to keep composed here.
His shot blocked by Hume. It bounces awkwardly on the goal line. Garrett's trying to turn it back in, and it's just hooked away by Job. Out towards Barr, and it rolls out for a throw to Blackburn on the right. Pickering takes the throw quickly, finding Garrett on the left, back out to Pickering, down the line to Dolan.
Come on, lads, get them on the counter. Go on, go.
And then in the middle to Schmodix.
Go, Johnny, go,
Schmodix.
go.
There's too many yellow shirts in front of him when he gives the ball away here to Roberts. Roberts coming out with this.
Look at Clark.
Through the middle, Clark's making the run.
Oh, man, leaning back again when you're shooting.
Clark's got it now. He's taking on Britton, and he's trying to take this in. He's trying to find Roberts. It comes out to Job.
Oh, keep it down.
Drives it over the crossbar from 20 yards. Couldn't keep it down.
Billingham was more like friggin' Billingham from Middlesbrough, that.
80.
Ballard's been immense.
Blackburn Rovers 1, Sunderland 3. And
how many things had it done time then, lads? How many would you say?
Wants the goalkeeper to take the kick. He does from the centre of his 6-yard line. Pushing it to Carter. Sunderland only made one substitution. That was to bring Roberts on for Burstow. Here's Schmodix out to Britton on the right-hand side. This still inside the Blackburn Rovers half into the 89th minute. Out wide again to Schmodix. And
yeah, well, Darth Vader used to always say, sniff my finger. It's been on the dark side.
Rankin Costello. Dolan now and out wide to Garrett. Back behind him, Pickering. Pickering inside to Rankin Costello just in the Sunderland half. Then back to Dolan, forwards again to Garrett, out wide to Pickering. Pickering crosses and into the hands of Patterson. Luke O'Nien was on guard duty in front of him as well, and it's bowled out to Clark.
He's still running Clark, isn't he?
He's still got legs, isn't he? And the overlap coming from
Clark just destroys defences, like he absolutely rips them apart.
Bursts into action again. Schmodix tries to tackle him, can't. Clark still going, corner of the penalty area. Just pauses for a moment, draws a breath.
He's got his
own Pritchard, son.
Pritchard on the far side. And he's on the touchline, Pritchard with the ball. And Pritchard down into the corner, sensibly trying to win a throw, which he does in the last minute.
Yeah, time to bring on the oil rig.
And Clark finally has succumbed to a human frailty.
The class up there.
He's gone down with cramp.
What they're singing, Clark? Clark is something and something again. What they're singing there? Clark.
He has energy, doesn't he? When he makes the burst.
Clark is again.
He's back up on his feet. How much time?
Oh, well done, lads.
Will be added on, do you think? Down in the corner, Roberts trying to winkle it out, but it's a throw to Blackburn Rovers. Carter in the penalty area, passing it to Dominic Heim. We'll have 6 minutes.
And there'll be 6 minutes at a time. 6 minutes at a time.
Out here on the left, Pickering back inside.
Well, the referee's blowing a whistle for every single time we challenge somebody now.
And away it goes. Down as a push by Hugh.
It's silly. That's silly.
Blatant push on Schmodix by Trey Hugh.
Nowhere.
No, he's going into the corner.
Play with your head. Now puts you under pressure.
3-1 up. 3-1 up, and I'm nervous. Hi, Jeff. How you doing, mate?
It's got to sprint 100 yards rather than 50.
It does.
I'm nervous. 3-1 up, and there's 5 minutes to go.
No, that's right. Pickering with the free kick on the left-hand side. Sunderland leading 3-1 in added time, and they've got everybody back. Sunderland. Pickering. Short run up with his left towards the far post, headed away by Luke O'Nien. Markande on the far side, just stabbed out by Clark. Throw to Blackburn Rovers.
He's a Sunderland subject coming on.
Oh, sheesh.
Oh, sheesh. Kebab's coming on.
Clark, Sunderland.
Do you think he likes kebab or sheesh? Do you think O'Sheesh likes kebabs? Oh, I'm Pritchard.
So a second substitution for Sunderland in the 90th.
That's acting, 100% acting that.
Minute. Pritchard comes off here.
Hey,
standing ovation.
Do you think
Pritchard?
Do you think Ashish likes kebabs?
To the 3,825 red and whites to our right-hand side, and there must be about. Whoa!
Ashish kebabs.
They've virtually deserted the Riverside stand, and they're pretty much going that way.
Well, it's been
in the Blackburn end as well. It didn't exactly start from a high bar, did it? So a throw for Blackburn Rovers in the 93rd minute now.
I'm not going to repeat what Peter I like, because that's only a Saturday thing, and it's a bit too premature for that. Love you, Sunderland, says Jeff.
And there's a free kick to Sunderland. Talalovic goes down at the edge of the 6-yard box, spreads his hands out, but the referee has given Sunderland a free kick.
Yeah,
welcome to the channel, Polly. Jeff, if you're new. I don't know if you're new or not, mate, but hello.
John Busby, of course, roundly abused by the few hundred Blackburn fans who are still here in Ewood Park.
Sunderland take over everywhere we go.
Patterson
Sunderland take
drives
over
the ball
everywhere
down
we go.
into the Blackburn half. Carter heads it away from Roberts up into the centre circle. A touch from
This
Huggins,
is going to go down as an epic win for Sunderland, this line.
By blue and white shirts as they try and get away down the left wing. But across comes Hume with one of those. Oh, he's gone chest to chest with Dolan. Hume takes no prisoners, does he?
No. He loves the challenge.
He does.
Loves the tackle, doesn't he?
And, someone from the director's box has thrown the ball down. It missed Tony Mowbray by an inch or two.
I think that was the target.
I think it might.
Well done, son.
And here is Rankin Costello in the middle, tackled briefly by Aushish. The ball breaks and Luke O'Nien stabs it back to Patterson to clear. 94th minute now. Only a couple of minutes left. Sunderland leading 3-1. Aushish chasing shadows at the moment. The ball across on the far side with Carter.
There must be at least 3,000 Sunderland fans there.
And forwards to Dolan. And out wide to Touch. And it's a throw to Sunderland on this right-hand side. They've given their man of the match, Blackburn, to Callum Britton, which I think, I think Andrew Moran had a good case to be Blackburn's best player tonight. Here's Dolan, tries to get away from Aushish, finds Rankin Costello. 95th minute now, and Britton plays it out to Rankin Costello up towards Talalovic, who turns it away, looking to try and get it out on the right wing to Markande. And it's
3,700 Sunderland fans. Wow.
Smashes it out for a throw to Blackburn Rovers inside the
Lampshade
half on the right hand side. They take it.
I love that name for a
Callum
YouTube.
Britton takes it on the
Lampshade.
and he gets the ball back from Carter. He's on the halfway line, leaves it for Carter wide on the right hand side. Back to Britton and tries to get it forward. Clark chips it over the top, looking for Roberts to make a run, but brought down and brought away out through the centre by Pickering.
I love the way we pass the ball about, like
away on the far side.
The way we like
with it just inside the Blackburn half. Inside to Neil, back to Huggins, down the line to Clark. Clark head down, away
Roberts
he goes
is
again
absolutely squaring up at the player there, like he's not happy there, Roberts.
A couple of Blackburn players.
He's furious, Roberts.
We're in the last minute, and there's a little bit of anger from the Sunderland players for that challenge on the far side.
Frustration in it.
And who was it? I didn't quite see who it was that made the challenge, but
full back again.
was it Carter? If it was, I mean, he hadn't booked earlier on, and there's a yellow card for whoever. I'm trying to see who's walking away there. I think.
How do you think Birdtoes played tonight?
It's Rankin Costello, wasn't it?
Yeah, Costello.
That was more Abbott and Costello, that challenge.
Billingham, how do you think Bellingham's done all right?
They will, yes, I know. Well, who? Oh, another yellow card. Was that for Job? I think Job got shown a card then as well. 3-1 Sunderland lead. We're in the 7th minute of added time. Still waiting to get this free kick taken on the far side. Just inside the Blackburn half. It is now driven by Clark across field to Barr. Takes it on his chest, trying to hook it away over Pickering, but he's hooked it out for a Blackburn throw. Can't be much more time here, but Roberts has managed to Sheesh has managed to find in the penalty area Roberts for the block.
Excellent.
And it will be
Get
a
in.
corner as he tried to dart through the 6-yard box. In fact, there won't be any time to
Tony
take the corner.
Mowbray's got a new song. Revel, revel, do 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 do. Revel, revel, do 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 do. Oh, Leicester's gone 2-0 up against
Blackburn
Norwich.
In the first half had dominated play, but then went one down.
Yeah, we had to ride our luck, Nick. You know, especially in that first 45 minutes, you've got to give credit to Blackburn. They moved the ball well. You know, Ballard was fantastic. You know, we're talking about man of the match. You know, Clark, yes. Ballard, fantastic defending.
Hey guys, thanks very much everybody for tuning in tonight. It's been really enjoyable.
First 10-15 minutes.
But on the going forward, Nick, one thing which you can say is that when we've got opportunities and we're talking about being ruthless.
You're welcome, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
You know,
Thanks for tuning in.
We've seen it against Southampton. Yes, they keep the ball, they pass the ball well, but you know, it's all about scoring goals.
All the Sunderland players still down at the.
But don't forget, you can check out the YouTube channel. If you have a look at the alternative commentary section in my channel, you will have a right screen with some really funny videos there.
The players now starting to drift back towards the.
Yeah. Catch
room.
You guys on Saturday. Don't forget, Saturday, Sunderland against Cardiff. I'll be here.
The substitutes come out to join those players. In fact, there's still quite a few left in the penalty area applauding the Sunderland fans. That bank of Sunderland fans away to our right-hand side. A good win.
You're welcome, guys.
You know, we talked about how difficult it is to get
socials. Let's have a look at these socials.
Blackburn Rovers were right up with Sunderland at the start of play. They started really, really brightly. Jack Clark's penalty, though, in the 28th minute after a foul on Clark. Gave them the lead. Then we've got
the
goal from Harry Leonard, which we are still mumbling and grumbling about. Should that have been allowed? It was given. It was 1-1 after 35 minutes. Then Dan Neil scored in the first minute of added time with a low drive into the bottom right corner from the back of the penalty area. Jack Clark then with the goal.
Got the socials here. Are you ready for this?
Box and place the ball in the bottom.
Class getting better every game. Different class, Jack Clark, unplayable. Looking much better than last season. Can see big things and massive improvements. Jack Clark, how much is that lad worth now? Joke of a ref, absolute stinker of a challenge on Clark. Blatantly taking the man and giving him a yellow for it. Ballard was just immense today. Fourth in the table. Not exactly playing our best football at times. Can't complain, but you can't be brilliant all the time. Pray to God we keep hold of Clark in January. Amazing. We will win this league. We'll see. But yeah, overall, a lot of people are saying Clark. A lot of people are really praising Clark. I think that goal of his really stood out tonight.
On the bounce against Cardiff City. We'll have the build-up from 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, and full commentary, of course, as ever, on BBC Radio Newcastle. But it's finished tonight with 2 goals from Jack Clark, 1 from Dan Neil. Blackburn Rovers 1, Sunderland 3.
I wanted to know the unofficial.
There you go. Right, here's the full-time classified results. Read in grandstand way, the grandstand way. Okay. UEFA Champions League. Galatasaray 2, FC Copenhagen 2. Real Madrid 1, Union Berlin 0. Arsenal 4, PSV 0. Bayern Munich 4, Manchester United 2, and that's the latest score. Benfica 0, Salzburg 2. Braga 1, Napoli 2, and that is the latest score. Real Sociedad 1, Inter Milan 1, and that is still latest. Sevilla 1, Lens 1, and that is also latest. English Championship. Blackburn Rovers 1, Sunderland 3. Huddersfield Town 2, Stoke City 2. Hull City 0, Leeds United 0. Millwall 3, Rotherham 0. Watford 2, West Bromwich Albion 2. And a later score, Norwich City 0, Leicester City 2. Hey. Right, thank you guys. Good night, and we will see